Howdy, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be starting a brand new Alarielle campaign, Legendary, with the Steel Faith Overhaul mods. Let's go ahead and get in here.
We must preserve this world.
Alarielle.
Then I'll explain some as we go along. So, if you've been watching the channel for a while, if you're a long-time follower, I was trying to do this with the hard mode mod on Steel Faith, but I think that the playstyle you would have to do... I got killed on the second turn, or on the second episode doing that, within like the first 15 turns, because they just aggroed me with a dragon that was level 16, because every lord they hire is level 16 on hard mode, and I can only hire up to like 10 units. And they came at me with a 20 stack, including a big dragon. So like I could do it, but basically what I'd have to do is just build like super defensively in every single town, and then just like multi-sack the same town over and over again for like a million turns until I was like max level, and then I would just have to try to win through confederations. Just wait like 200 turns and just try to win by confederating. Or just like assassinate their lord and then attack them. Like
Alarielle
I would have to do a lot of kind of underhanded stuff that just wouldn't be really fun to play or really fun to watch, in my mind. Let me check the diplomacy here and make sure that we have at least one potentially friendly ally. Okay, affinity's
Prince
fine.
of Elfwan.
Oh, these guys actually have affinity with us. They're usually negative. Are these guys negative now? Oh, okay, we got a really good roll with that. A lot of times, Alarielle is has a negative modifier of aversion with us, so this time they don't, which is really nice. Let's go in here and make sure we get this fight, though. Like, I've tried opening the campaign a couple of times since then.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
And, I've
Isha
been wrecked a couple of
watches
times
over
in this
us.
fight. Like, this is not an easy
Alarielle
fight.
the Radiant.
To start
Dawn's
with,
hope.
especially because I haven't consistently
Isha.
played in about a week or so. Had some other stuff going on. We gotta bring our A game here. But this will still be hard enough. I mean, I'm still not gonna be able to afford a huge army early. They still get all kinds of bonus stats and just crazy stuff. Like, it's really hard. If you watched my my newest Empire campaign that was played on Steel Faith Overhaul and the Mortal Empires for Warhammer 2, like, it's hard. It's hard early on. So it should still be plenty challenging enough, and I can still play aggressive enough where I can probably get a good fight every episode, and it'll be fun to watch, so I don't have to play super defensively. Okay, go ahead and gamble that. So if we do well in this fight, then I'll explain what else is going on and what our strategy is going to be. To start with, I just want to make sure that we get a good start here, because if we don't do well in this fight, we have to fight basically 3 battles in a row. We have to fight this one, then we have to clean up whatever's left, then we have to siege the town, then we have to be ready in case they send another army our way. So there's a lot of ifs going on here. So we need to perform well. We don't have to... We can lose like some units, but we don't want to lose that much. We cannot lose an entire battalion. We're not going to have replenishment for a little bit either. Okay, whatever. Let's put them all over here. Actually, these guys... Okay, these guys, I forgot they have... Vanguard. That's actually kind of nice.
Without fail. Spearman.
Okay, so we need to use these tree guys as like big tanks.
Guardian.
Orders. Making
Start
my way.
here.
Assyrian willing.
Ready. Moving out.
I'm just gonna try to run through here just to freak them out a little bit.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
Spearman. For the Everqueen.
Guardian of Avalon. Restoring order.
Orders. Following Ethion.
Battle calls. Quickly now.
Spearman. March.
It shall be done. For order.
We away. Forward. For off one.
Ready. The winds rise.
For duty.
inspiration of the Ever-Queen. To battle!
Serve the king!
Alarielle the Ever-Queen. Isha! Lithra! Chosen of Isha.
Spearman!
Isha's chosen. Onward!
We advance!
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Let me make sure I get this heal in here on all these guys.
Asa! Attack!
Yes, going. Attack!
As you say, Asurian guides us! Forward!
Orders. Setting forth. Driving back the dark.
Oh, there are lots of Corsairs on here already. Alright, we got it. We gotta get out of that.
Illyrian Reavers!
Loyal Guardian.
Defending order! My queen!
Ever onward. Yes. To war! Isha, guide me. In front!
Illyrian Reavers! By your command!
I should not have let those guys run over there like that.
Isha!
Alright, I need to go tie up their lord. We got the charge bonus on him.
Without question!
God, look how much that miscast did to me.
Spearman!
It's so ridiculous, like the miscast in this game. She's barely been touched.
It will be done!
That miscast is just so brutal. Let's see if I can heal everybody here.
Onward!
By Alarielle!
Alarielle the Evergreen.
We go!
Get out of there.
Illyrian Reavers! March! Asurian guides us!
Ready. Moving out.
Fire on those.
Isha! Lithra!
Forward! Apace!
They got one unit of my spears there.
To the fray! Swiftly! Moving out! Understood! Advance! Apace!
Light of Avalon.
I don't want to cast again, so I don't want to risk a miscast.
Moving! Saint Louis! Yes, I accept.
It will be done!
Okay, we got him.
Lacoy!
Alright, run him down, run him down.
Asa! Advance!
Okay, it was still pretty rough, but I think we can roll with it.
Servant of light. Awaiting orders. For order!
It shall be done!
I'm gonna get as many archers as we can. We're gonna have to run them down and fight them again, most likely. Like, you can also take the town on this turn, but the problem is if you don't kill the horde, that horde can go occupy their other town that they have, and then they can recruit more stuff.
Make of one proud!
And you don't really want that. We did lose one tree. I think what I might do is just, like, run back into my own territory and replenish for a turn. I know that's kind of weaselly before I take that town. I
Chosen
don't
of
know.
Isha.
We'll see how this ends up.
Elf ones
The trees
fall.
are the most important thing. If they're strong, we can still win.
Setting forth.
But like, we did lose a lot of spears. And we can take the replenishment instead of the money early too. That might help. We got to get as many kills as we can. We want to kill that guy. Make sure we get an item, if possible. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty complicated. You have a pretty diverse set of stuff here. Obviously, the archers, you just want to keep them relatively safe. They aren't that great in melee like some archers, other archers in the game. You know, they're okay. I mean, they do have martial masteries. That helps a little bit, but...
Elf one's queen.
You know, a lot of your power is in her magic. She has a lot of cheap, spammable spells that are very high impact, as long as she doesn't kill herself with the miscasts. In the base game, there is no chance of a miscast if you don't overcast the spell, but
Orders.
in Steel Faith, I think there's always a 15% chance to miscast, even if you just single cast the spell. And the miscast hurt a lot more. As you can see, she really wasn't injured by anything other than miscasts. Like, the Black Art Corsairs tickled her, but they didn't do any significant damage to her. That was strictly from miscast. Getting a Pyrrhic victory is really rough too, because you don't get as much experience. I feel like it's harder to get decisive with this mod too. A lot of times. So that means your experience goes up slower, but to compensate for that, once you get certain breakpoints, sometimes they give you 2 skill points instead of just 1, since you're going to be getting a lot more Pyrrhic victories. So it makes the early game a bit tougher, but then once you get rolling a little bit, it's okay. So unlike other high elves, just to talk strategically a little bit, she can get these tree folk people, which are really nice. Like, these guys are awesome tanks. I use them a lot in my high elf, legendary high elf campaign.
Praise Isha.
So they are very good, and they're pretty cost efficient. The giant ones, the tier 5 ones, are very cost efficient for how much they can tank. Where's the start lands? Okay, not really that amazing.
End their lives.
I think I might actually go with the 13%. I hate turning
Have
down the
your
money, but
freedom.
like, this casualty replenishment is kind of rough early on. The 735
Be
gold is
free.
awesome, but getting 13% replenishment is
You
really
forfeit your freedom.
good. I think we need that.
Isha, guide me.
It also will help us diplomatically a little bit with some of our allies, so we're going to go
Loyal
ahead and try to get
servant.
some non-agros here.
It is good to receive guests of breeding. How wise.
Well, you need to try to get
Guardian
trade
of the
agreements
welcome,
because
fellow
they...
Unwise.
I do Confederation. Oops.
If you wish.
Because you, like, your town just doesn't generate
If what
any
you
money.
seek
You
is
have
for the
to have
greater
trade
good,
agreements to
my
make
sword
money
is
as
yours.
allies.
Understood.
So you have to play diplomacy, you have to use the intrigue. I think that's a pretty cool mechanic too, or whatever it is, the influence.
Alarielle the Ever Queen.
Okay, so we did get some replenishment here.
Never.
Now they're gonna get another lord, like I said before, and what they'll
Everqueen
probably do is
of
run to
Alpha.
Evershale if I let them go right now. Like, I could go hit the town.
Speak.
That would give me one earlier turn of replenishment.
Alarielle
Then I have to go
the
fight them over here
Everqueen.
though. And they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
6, 7. If they have a ward here, it'll be 8, and they could hire.
We are the world's protectors.
I mean, maybe it is more efficient just to take the town here, just because I killed almost all of them.
Ill-considered.
Usually there's a few more than that left. All they can hire here are harpies. They get another lord in here to try to deal with that. That could be bad.
Alarielle.
I mean, this town's not going anywhere, though. Would give us one faster turn
Servant
for a
of
trade
light.
agreement. I don't think they're going to give us a trade agreement this turn, though. Because we already did a pact. Now, if they run back over
Short sight.
here, I don't think they can hire over here either.
Everqueen
I guess I'm just going to go
of
ahead and take the
Alpha.
town here. Or try to go for the town.
Weak
Usually I don't let them
tears.
go.
Chasten
but
them. To battle!
We'll go ahead and do it. I did a pretty good job of running them all down, for the most part. Some of the Blackheart Corsairs got away, which is a little annoying. We're going to have to get to bolt throwers before we can siege that thing over there that they have. So we have to have bolt throwers before we can siege. I think. I just don't see any other way around it. I think the gate has walls, and so we have to have bolt throwers to deal with that. Now,
Spearmen!
they don't have a general, but they do have, you know, quite a few units. Just start these over here.
Ready!
That are all really healthy, so
Illyrian Reavers.
this fight's not a cakewalk. We had an okay finish, and we did get the replenishment option, so we're looking kind of strong, but
Maiden Guard!
the Dark Elves are way stronger than the High Elves, I think, especially early on. Late game might be a different sort of thing going on there, but like early game, those Dark Shards are just way better than your archers. They deal far more damage, even though they have less range. And the Blackheart Corsairs just crush any tier 3 infantry that you're going to get. Maybe not the White Lions, maybe, but I don't know. I haven't seen that matchup. But we're not going to be able to get White Lions, unfortunately, early on. We're just not going to have the money for it, and we're going to have to get the bolt thrower if we want to siege.
Dawn's hope.
We will obey! By your command!
Light of Avalon. Guided by light.
You can't miscast when that's going, so I want to wait until I very first start casting spells.
Very well.
Illyrian Reavers.
Vanish!
Now, the archer heroes are pretty weak overall. They just fire one shot, which is kind of weak.
Loyal. We away.
I want to put these into their swords. I can't tell if those are swords or spears. Those are spears. Okay, we don't want to put them in. I mean, I guess we're going to have to, though.
Asser forward! To battle!
With haste.
Yenui. Lakoi. Alarielle.
I don't know.
Libra.
I got some of them, but not amazing.
Illyrian
Okay, we got a
Reavers.
great flank here. Alright, that should clean those up. Okay,
My power is
that's a good
yours.
fight.
Priestess of Isha.
Moving out! Guided by Isha!
Onward.
Now, if you're in the area with her, she gives everybody a little bit of extra
Advancing.
bonus.
Guided by light.
Try to heal myself here just in case I miscast.
Sail. Lakoi.
Yeah, that was a nice, clean fight. I think we can go into the back of them, even though she's not a great fighter.
Awaiting orders.
Actually,
Alarielle the Everqueen.
Seeking the foe.
should just be able to shoot them in the back, and that should clean them
To war.
up pretty.
Servant
Succinctly.
of light.
These guys are just face tanking. Even spears doesn't matter.
Asser advance.
See if we can charge them in the back here.
Asser forward.
Let's cycle
As
back
you
out.
say. We go.
Forward. Following Ethua. Going. Orion.
Yenui. Sail. Lakoi.
Battle loses its savor.
My power is yours. Maintaining order.
Spearmen! Forward for Avalon!
Understood. Without fail.
Run him down, get as many kills as we can here. Alright, so that was really nice. We got an excellent sort of flank and pincer with him.
Onward!
With our Treant dudes.
Forward.
For order.
Those guys are, they're kind of on the weak side. They don't have shields. They do have some decent armor. They do have vigor loss reduction.
It shall be done.
So
Following orders.
I always kind of struggle between whether I want to get them or the spears, because the
Spearmen!
spears have higher armor.
advance!
They have golden shields, which gives you like 70% missile block. And they have martial prowess, which gives them a lot of defense. So they have, 50 defense. Versus, these guys do magical damage. They only have 27 melee defense, so they're just a lot weaker, but they are a lot cheaper.
Illyrian Reavers!
Let's go clean them up.
The Everqueen.
Okay, now that was a good fight. Dang it, I can't see how long this episode's been going. I think it's only been going like 15 minutes or so. Getting a lot of good fights here. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that stuff topples. So you want to try to run down and kill as many as you can. You'll get more captives, you'll get more gold at the end, you have a higher chance of getting a better victory condition, like Decisive versus Pyrrhic, and it gives you more experience. So we have like 1 chevron here because we killed so many in a fight.
For the king!
So you almost always want to run down and just kill
We
as many
will
as you
obey.
can. You can just speed it up and
Weapons
see, what
ready.
you get. He's got, who's faster? I think we're faster than that. Can't tell that. No, I guess we're about the same speed. Oh, he's fading. We got him. We got him, coach. Okay. Pretty sure we got him off the field here. Oh, well, that's not a real lord. That's just a sword battalion. Okay, sweet. We got to decide something. Yeah, those Reavers are crushing people. I mean, the Reavers are good. It's like the High Elves are very compartmentalized, though. Like, you have to get different building chains, a lot of different building chains to get some of their most effective units. They don't necessarily have the most efficient building sequences, I don't think. I think the Dark Elves overall are just far stronger than the High Elves in general, but I don't know. I haven't played late game High Elves. I have a Malekith, legendary Malekith campaign on the channel.
Praise Isha.
It's pretty solid though. But I had been waiting to do the High Elves because they were the last faction that I did a legendary campaign with. Okay, game's kind of lagging up there. Good. We just
Order
occupy
rules
here.
here.
That is a lot of extra replenishment. If I sack, that will cost me some money, but I will have more replenishment if I do that. Well, I can't sack and occupy on the same turn here, so I guess we'll just occupy.
am your queen. Alarielle the Everqueen.
Okay, so hopefully we can keep this campaign. I think we should be okay, at least for a couple of turns. So what the strategy is with Alarielle, since we're going to have such a motley crew, we're not going to be able to stack just a ton of like one type of unit like spears. I mean, we will get some good spears, and Militia Master is solid. But I think since we're going to have such a motley collection of units, at least for the near future, then we really want to take advantage of her spells, because she can get Life Bloom and Shield of Sapphire, which means every time you cast a spell, everyone in your whole army across the entire map is going to get 11% damage resistance, and they're all going to heal for a little bit. This is super strong. And she already comes with 1 point reduction on Earthblood. Oh, it has a 25% base miscast chance. Okay, I thought it was 15%. Maybe it's higher on Legendary. I don't know. But she already has an item that buffs up Earthblood, and this is super strong too. It's AoE, heals everybody in a radius. So we just want to be spamming this. And then Foz Protection. Those are the two that we really want to spam. This is very good for its cost. I think it only costs 5 at its base level and gives, 1 unit plus 35 armor and 44 defense. If you upgrade it, then it does it to everybody in a radius for 40 seconds. So it's really strong on the upgrade, but just for 5 mana early on, it's very strong as well. Shield of Thorns is actually not bad. It gives extra weapon damage, 44% extra weapon damage, and it gives you missile resistance and all this other stuff. So in theory, you could even fire into your own units and not really worry about it too much because they're going to have 44% missile resist. So that's pretty decent. And then regrowth is just a bigger heal. It's cheaper. You're only seeing the upgrade version here. It won't show you the base version. That gives a lot of resistance. This is great to put on like the big tree people right in the front. It replenishes them for a ton. It lasts for 33 seconds, and it gives them that huge physical resistance. That just really allows you to just face tank an entire army with some units. Flesh to Stone's another good one. I think it's like 6 mana for, I think the base version is like 44 armor, something like that. It lasts forever as well, like 88 seconds, really long time. So you could basically almost permanently have this up in a fight. And then Awakening the Wood is just a nice little AoE, you know, ability. It's okay. It's not like insane. You only get 1 cost reduction, but you know, it displaces units. It does a little bit of AoE damage, so it's pretty solid. And then plus 25 Winds of Magic Reserve is pretty sweet. Dwellers Below is okay later, like in a siege or something. This does quite a bit of damage. It says severe damage. So I tried this on the human campaign. I wasn't too thrilled with it just because it costs so much mana. But in the right circumstances, that could be pretty good. But we also need to get down here and get to things like Elven Healing, Lightning Strike, and then Quartermaster is very, very important, as is Renowned and Loved. Just, you really want that upkeep reduction, especially on Legendary, as fast as you can get it. So we'll get some of this stuff in here. Bowmaster is particularly interesting. But we have to get the magic early on, I think. Occupied, so we don't need this. That we need to upgrade this ASAP, because that will give us a tech. Right now we can't get any techs until we upgrade that, so we have to upgrade that early on. Then our other options, I think we have to go with Exotic Animal Tamer, so we need the gold off of trading those things. Like, I would really like growth and such also. As you can see, they don't have very good public order, which is kind of shocking for elves, but they don't have good public order buildings, at least not early on. And yeah, your money buildings are a joke. You get like 50 here, like Skaven have like better money buildings. So yeah, your money is absolutely terrible. You have to have trade, so I think we'll go for that as well, and then we'll get a trade deal here.
Give the word. Welcome to our paradise,
I don't know if they're going to give it to us.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm listening. Behold the court of Assur, traveler. State your business. How wise. Gladly.
Hook us up with some money.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
Egress. Actually, wow, a lot of our neighbors actually like us in this
fellow
campaign. Sometimes they don't.
What brings you here? If you wish. At your service.
Where is Ygritte? Are they?
It is agreeable to spend one's time in dignified company. As you say. Can I offer what brings you to the Phoenix Court?
And then early on,
certainly not.
You know, if someone has green relations with you,
Defender of the Phoenix, I will receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix, as you say.
If someone has green relationship with you, a green
dignified
visitor,
then such a rare treat. Wise indeed.
They are likely to,
Guardian of the
at some
I
point,
can speak. Pray
give you like 300
certainly
gold
not.
every 10 turns or so if you just ask them
Speak.
for it.
What requests would you make of the Phoenix King?
Now, not everyone's going to do it, obviously, but you might as well ask.
You may approach. Your wit and wisdom will be a welcome distraction. Sit, please. Of course.
Wow, all of these people have affinity with us. We're getting like real lucky on these rolls. Usually some people have an aversion,
A wise course.
which you can work around, but it makes it tougher.
Tyrion, I am the defender of Ulthuan. Choose your words carefully.
Yeah, now some of these people don't like each other very much, so you got to be a little cautious with that. But like how many agreements you make with other people, like especially like the defensive military alliances, things like that.
We have shaped
Okay, now
this
what?
world.
We can hire a couple of things here. don't think we're going to be able to siege this, though. Like, I want to just try to bum rush it, but like, these Corsairs are going to be very difficult. And the Black Heart of Nagaron are going to be awesome against our trees. So, yeah, I think that's going to be tough to win that one. Unfortunately, and there's not another way. I mean, we can run through here and maybe go hit their, like, side towns, not worry about the gate. But I forgot I can't. I keep trying to put my mouse over there, but it's going over to the second monitor.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
We have a decent infantry line. Just a couple of archers here, probably pretty good. It costs like half as much as they do when you do the other mode. They're like 1,400 in hard mode. Okay, that's a bit more reasonable. Give us a 10 stack, and then we can probably come over here in 2 turns. Take Evershale. Okay, it looks solid. Alright, so we did diplomacy, did all this stuff. I think that's all good.
Behold, elven beauty.
I'm kind of wondering if I should get one more spear. I need some money to build this place up too. You want to always try to operate on as few units as you can possibly like work with. Okay, let's just. That should be fine. Yeah, and then we have to build timber here next. Okay. Is that right, Sadie?
My light shines bright. Priestess of Isha.
Definitely Light Bloom.
Their soul is pure.
Punishment. And I just try to get defensive stuff on her just so I can put her in a fight. I mean, she's not that great defensively, but I'm just really unimpressed with like missile lords and heroes in general.
Queen of Avalon.
Like their numbers look really good. It just for some reason it just seems like they just don't do enough damage, but I don't know.
Alarielle the
about that.
Everqueen.
We shouldn't need much. We're gonna take this Evershale here. Well, they've got 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 9 units.
Queen of Avalon.
If they just hire a lord there, like next this
Servant
turn,
of light.
it could be tough. I think I'll get one more spearman. I think we can afford that. How much did they add? 10 units? Including these swordsmen. Dark shards. They don't have shields on their dark shards. One of them does.
Chosen of Isha.
They have another ward. I think they can dash down there. Oh, is they gonna get like a wizard? Yeah, I think they can dash down there. Am I gonna be in their way? Am I blocking them? Come on, this flag is killing me. Yeah, they should be able to run around me. Well, maybe not. I think they could, because they need to cross this bridge, and I'm like in the way, my zone of control.
Alarielle the Radiant.
I don't think they're gonna be able to go through it, but I'll get one more just to be on the safe side. And mean, don't really have any gold left. I guess get the timber. Can we afford the timber? We can't. Decisions. Okay, let's do it with one less then.
Queen of Avalon. Ready the camp.
There we go. Should we encamp and then let's go for this timber. This is kind of a greedy build here,
Radiant.
but hopefully it's all good. How long? Okay, that's one more turn. We can get our technology going. Okay, so I don't want the Imperial peace. I want the Empire to fight each other. I just think it's more realistic.
What is this foolishness?
So she's trying to bait me, basically. If I try to fight her, she's just going to retreat, and then she's going to have the reinforcements off the Phoenix Gate, so...
Welcome.
There's no point going over there. Now, there is a stance here that's interesting where... You can do Lilith's Blessing. Now, minus 10% miscast chance is pretty nice, too. When you gain experience, you lose 3 melee defense, but you get a lot of power reserve. 25 extra wins a magic power reserve.
Everqueen of Althran.
I think that's probably worth most of the time, especially for the miscast chance, so I'm going to go ahead and
Queen of Avalon.
pick that up. Now, Noble Prestige gives you replenishment and upkeep for a little bit of extra upkeep, but it gives you a lot of influence. They can't raid, at least with this mod.
Lilith, hear me.
Go with Lilith's Blessing.
Lakai
I'm not sure how much
Isha.
of this is in the base game because I haven't played
Cleanse
as her
this
in the base
realm.
game. Okay, let's do it. Get one more fight. 3 fights, first
To
episode.
battle!
Loving it. Let's do it. You can start with up to 50, I'm pretty sure, with this mod. So that's why I'm gambling it when I'm at like 20.
Illyrian Reavers!
Spread them a little thin, freak them out a little bit. These guys are just so stacked. Like, they have so much 16% miss resist, 7% physical. I think they lowered this, and I think they nerfed them with this mod a little bit. But they have a lot of health on 8 units with 80 armor. So they're definitely pretty solid.
Awaiting orders.
Actually, we'll just keep them all.
Loyal!
Ready.
Loyal!
Making
Those
my
harpies
way.
are gonna be annoying.
As you say.
Understood!
Alarielle.
The range on that is awesome.
My gifts!
Orders.
duty! Asuryan guides us! For the Everqueen! Spearman!
Alarielle the Everqueen. Chosen of Isha.
Awaiting orders.
Indeed.
Illyrian Reavers.
Isha's chosen.
I wish there was an easier way to,
Lakai! Lakai! Lakai!
switch back and forth between different spells.
Isha! Libra! Intrust!
My power is yours.
Advancing! Alt One's Queen. Under her protection. Lakai! 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 Alarielle the Everqueen.
Illyrian Reavers.
Doing my duty.
To battle! Obeying orders!
Moving!
March! Assur, forward! By your command! Assyrian guides us!
Alarielle. Isha! Libra! Hear my gifts!
It will be done!
Damn, did I not get the heal on
Setting
that?
forth! Moving out!
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Take cover!
In thrust!
As you say, we go! Move! But off one!
Cleanse the land.
Swiftly! We away!
Ready. Moving out.
Alarielle the Everqueen. Lakai! 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 Yenlui! Lakai!
Moving out!
Swiftly!
Isha's chosen.
Okay, they should all be done, so we've got them all.
Ever onward! Certainly!
Awaiting orders.
Move!
Lakai! Lakai!
That's so good. Get off of that.
The winds are rising! We will obey! For Alt One!
Kill them!
Quickly now!
Orders.
They're a little clumped up
Following
here.
Ethua.
Assur forward! Archers! Ancestors!
Orders understood!
I like the little, like, sound
Handmaiden of
effect.
the Everqueen!
Asuryan guides us!
Crush them!
Sinner!
Restoring
I don't want to cast
order.
spells because I'm afraid it's going to overcast.
Orders received! Apace! Assyrian guides us!
Alarielle the Everqueen. Guided by light.
I'm getting a little bit of lag in here, just kind of awkward.
Loyal Guardian!
Not a lot though.
Move! Assur forward!
I will not die today!
Servant of light.
Ha! I've never seen her, like, attack animation there, because I never had her in combat. I guess she just, it's a little staff, does a lot.
It will be done! Quickly now!
Time to go! Hold your forward stand!
Orders received! It shall be done!
Get out of here!
My power is yours.
course.
Alright. Good enough. So the sisters did do a lot of damage that fight. The Sisters of Avalorn. Yeah, their dark shards are pretty much the only things that did consistent damage. So we didn't lock them up fast enough. They're actually decent at fighting too, like the elves. I mean, they're not like, you know, super amazing, but they're okay at fighting. Good kitty.
Praise Isha.
Alright. Sweet.
Order is restored.
Like, the sack and occupy isn't as, like, sometimes it's worth, but it does damage buildings and ends up costing you quite a bit of extra money to deal with that. But you do get extra, replenishment sometimes.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
I think Shield of Sapphire. It's either that or Earthblood. Shield is so nice, but being able to cast more spells at a lower cost is also really big, and lowering the miscast chance. I think that's only for the overcast. And we'll go with that first. It lowers the cooldown quite a bit. Decisive battle. Okay, we got this. This is great. They do get quite a bit of money off of their ports, so if you own ports, that's really good. Siege defense and the growth is something. Their growth is not that amazing either. They only have 85 growth. Now, some of their other mechanics that I didn't talk about, just making sure we had a good first few turns here. If the High Elves don't own everything on the island, then you have a big problem. If it's all High Elves, then you're good, but you have to get rid of the Dark Elves on the island. Pretty much. And then you get more trust, you end up getting public order, extra income, all that stuff. It's all good. But you gotta earn it. Okay, as far as text, we go military advancement, and then probably Spear Wall. We're not gonna have Sea Guard for a little bit, most likely. No, the archers. Yeah, this right here, and then bolt throwers. So these two are what we want. I don't think we have a resource here. This. Wait, what is this commandment? Okay, we get a commandment now. So their commandments are pretty cool. We can get growth, recruit rank for all units and lords. Which would be excellent if I want to hire more stuff, but I think I'm going to try to get away with not hiring right now. 20% reduction in buildings is nice. Income from trade is good. It's not going to matter as much right now. And then public order slash, you know, campaign movement range. We're going to go with growth. So we just need growth a lot right now. Get to that tier 2 tech faster. Although I suppose it's not really going to matter that much. Maybe we just go public order here.
Light of
What was that item that I got? Where of Isha? Oh, Starlands. We can put that on her.
Noble
Put that on
arms
her.
true.
She's more likely to go into hand-to-hand combat. She at least like has some really high defense. And how does she have regeneration? Oh, Fecund. Oh, wow. Wow, that's really, really good. I didn't realize that she had that trait. Holy cow, that's really good. Nice. Yes, I'm liking this campaign so far. Every province gets 5 growth, and then the one that she's in gets 20. I was like, why is my growth so high? There you go.
Let's hear it. I am incredibly busy. State...
I serve the king. Our great king welcomes you. What do you... Very well.
Let's get these trade agreements going.
Prince of welcome. Time is precious, so as you say. Speak. I bid you welcome, traveler. What I will see to it.
I'm waiting. You have traveled far to petition the Phoenix throne. A wise course.
At your service. I am the defender of Ulfwan. Choose very well.
Nice. Yes, yes. That's a lot of stuff there now. Calidor. Well, they don't even mind us that much.
Can I offer assistance?
That's crazy. Nobody has the negative trait with us. We got really lucky on these dice rolls. Okay, they have it. They have an aversion, but who cares? They're one of the weaker ones on the outskirts.
I'm listening.
Who is it? One of these guys does not like them.
Protector
Illyrian doesn't like
of
them.
Ulfwan.
I'm pretty sure, so... Yeah, I'm okay with not befriending them. Although,
Can
I
I
don't
offer
know, maybe we
assistance?
should try to
Speak your
befriend them.
deceitful words and then get out of my sight.
They're not going to go for it. So if someone's going to be averse to us, I'm perfectly fine with it being them or these people down here because they're relatively far away. But everyone else on the island likes us, which is pretty crazy. It's quite a fortunate turn of events here. Now, with this, I don't care about that as much. The replenishment's nice, but it doesn't matter. This thing's really good. But you have to get to rank 5. Basically buy 20 influence. And we don't have enough money for that right now, but like public order everywhere and influence and diplomatic relations. That's a very, very nice package for High Elves. Okay, so we have our tech going. We built everything. We don't quite have our wood yet. Yeah, our money went up big time. We have plenty of trading partners, so we should be able to sell 100% of anything that we get, which is nice. And I guess we're just kind of in chill mode right now. I don't know. We'll see how they want to react to us. If they want to send a 20 stack over here in a second. We're kind of defending this area. We could come over and fight them because we can walk through this dude's gate. I'm pretty sure we have access with them, military access. Yeah, with basically everybody except for Calidor.
At your service. Behold the Phoenix Court.
I'm actually okay not befriending them also because I'm pretty sure Lothern doesn't like them and I want to be friends with Lothern.
Ulfwan's defense. Sons of Ulfwan, what brings you here? Understood.
Good. Okay, great. Built everything there. I don't think I want to hire any more units. We'll just kind of get a little greedy here until they show us something bigger. Sweet. I mean, this is the best start I've had so far. This is great. I swear to God, like, this has been so hard. We had a couple of really good fights there. My first fight was, like, okay. You know, a little questionable, but then, like, the second fight at the town was awesome. That flank and spank on those archers is fantastic. And then that last one was pretty good. The early turns on legendary campaigns, I'm trying to say, are some of the most important turns. Once you start catching a little momentum, certain campaigns are pretty difficult as it goes on, especially in the Vortex, but, I mean, I could have tried this with Vortex campaign. Maybe I should do another Vortex one. Almost everybody does Mortal Empires, though. And for good reason. You get a lot more diversity in terms of the units. You fight a bunch of different factions. The downside is it would just take forever to finish one of those. Yes, I will allow Beastmen to invade. Tech, gonna go for archery prowess. Now I could come up here and scout them with her. See what they're up to. I know they had some people over here.
Mistress of the Undying Forest.
We got 4 turns on this. Oh, we actually went positive on public order for one of the first times like ever. That's great. wait a little bit, though, to... I guess we could go ahead and upgrade this. 32 animal cages, so we get 12 more animal cages. I think those are worth a little bit more than 15 each. Be like 200 or 300 per turn. And we get extra ranks for really high tier units. We could go ahead and do it if we get, we need to switch to construction though, because I didn't think about that.
Alarielle, Evergreen.
Okay, let's just go scout them and see what they have. I know it seems like we're kind of steamrolling this, but we still need to be cautious. Wait, why can't we go through these gates? Okay, maybe we don't have to go all the way through the gate. I just need to scout to see where they are.
Evergreen of Althwan.
Forward!
Okay.
My visions predict failure.
Can I see their actual town from here or not? Can't tell. I guess not, so I don't know if they have a 20 stack sitting there or not.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Oh, I could try to damage the building, I guess. If I damage the building, I think it will hurt their garrison. It's only 312 to try to damage it. It'll at least level me up a little bit. Surely.
Wrath of the gods. Order shall be restored.
Can't tell if that actually does anything or not, though. So they should have 12 units anyways. I mean, what does it do if it's damaged? It doesn't look like it affected it at all. Whatever, I guess I just bought a rank. I scouted, did something productive, got a rank. Actually got 2 ranks there. Rank 5 for the steed. Would like the steed. I guess Spearmaster, like she has pretty high defense anyways. Let's go for Spearmaster, and then we'll eventually put her on this steed next turn.
Alarielle the Radiant.
Let's see, so it'd be 12% extra upkeep on this if I want to get influence, which is like 300 extra. So basically I'd pay 300 for like 3 influence. No, not that much. Like 200 maybe for... Just step out
Isha's chosen.
Now, can she run through this gate? Yeah, she can run through it. It's just like, why couldn't the hero run through it? I don't know. Maybe it was just telling me it would take multiple turns to do it. Still not entirely convinced. I think they have another army somewhere. I just don't know where they are, so I'm just gonna wait.
Priestess of Isha.
Information. Okay, but let's go ahead and we can step out here.
Speak.
It's basically 200 for 3 influence. I'll take it. We'll get some more influence here. Influence helps you buy really favorable wards and heroes.
We are ill at ease.
Okay. So we're waiting next turn to get the discount. We still have a couple of turns on this. Alright.
Nagaroth will seal Isha's light. Incorruptible.
Okay, I can actually go through. It's just going to take multiple turns. Alright, let's go ahead and scout them up a little bit.
Advancing.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
You waste my time.
Alright, I think we can deal with that.
Everqueen.
I should have
of
maybe
Alfheim.
moved out a little bit more. I think I can do that prestige in anybody's territory.
Further onward.
7,
The goddess forbids it.
10.
Mistress of the undying forest. Everqueen
10 on
of
10.
Alfheim. It shall come to pass.
Now, where's the territorial line here? I can't. No, it's probably at the river. Where's the crossing? Right here? Oh, it's right here's the line. Wait. How do they have that gate then? Oh, I guess the gate is independent of the rest of the property. Okay, so we should be able to walk up to like right
Guided
here.
by
I'm gonna hire a
light.
couple more units just because I think I need to. Okay, so now we can hire. These guys are a bit more expensive, but they are capable in combat. So they can fire, you know, up to 5 rounds for decent damage, not as much as the normal archers. And they have a little bit less range, but they can actually fight in combat.
Powerful.
So they are 30-38. These guys are 32-38. So they're just kind of like your, they have less armor and no shields, though. So they're kind of like your dual purpose type of units. Now these have better armor piercing damage, which is helpful, right, Sadie? So pretty much, like if we compare them, like these guys have how much pierce? 4 armor piercing, 18 normal.
The trees have much to tell.
These guys have 9 armor piercing, so you're effectively dealing like 5 more damage per hit. They have less range though. I don't know if that's even worth. Wait, hold on. Oh, these guys have heavier armor though also. Okay. Well, that's worth then for the bigger armor. Trying to think. These guys can fire while moving also, which is a thing. So you can like run forward and fire. I think. Yeah. So they can actually, while they're running into battle and repositioning, they can fire. That's actually pretty useful. And I can use them to like flank around. So maybe I'll go with like. I'm not sure if they get the bonus from the technologies though.
Death to
One of
the Witch
those, maybe. We're gonna have to siege one of these people up here soon. It's gonna be a while before we can siege though. Grabbing a couple of those is probably good. They're not that much more. They're like 16 more gold. I think that's fine. And then I don't know if I want to hire one more spear. I think we can be greedy here and not hire the spear. So that would give us 12. She should be able to rendezvous when we attack next turn. They might
King.
hire.
Waste my time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be fine. Where's the other? I don't know where. Oh, Shrine of Cain is up north. Okay.
Ill considered.
Alarielle the Radiant.
Okay, I think it's fine. And then
champion of
have
the
her
Everqueen.
run down a little bit more.
Onward!
Probably at time. I think we're at about an hour. I can't see the exact time over there. Let me check the.
You called?
Okay, they are mad. Yeah, they don't like our treaties.
Give the word.
Those people.
Welcome to our paradise, honored guest.
You gotta be careful with these defensive pacts. I don't think I want to confederate with them. I want to confederate with Lothern. Or Illyrian has 4.
How can I assist you? Well-chosen words and fine wine are the marks of civilization.
Now they do have great... Now these guys are on the coast though, so that might actually be intriguing.
Back
That,
to the shadow, Druki.
that would be...
Your request?
that could potentially allow us to trade with all of these people if we get that coast.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
I think. Who is that that's on this coast? I think it's them.
As you say.
Yvres. Yes, this right here would be a very valuable port. I think that would let us trade with, like Talia and all of those people over here. And this area would be really nice for that as well. Although this is not a port. It is a good strategic location. I'm not sure what it does. This right here would be a great port. Business with Bretonnians and all that. So I'm interested in Gothic. They also have a strategic there are a lot of cool locations here. I don't know what a lot of these are. I know the Trace one here. It's like very minimal extra stuff, I think, for White Lions. But Gothic only has 2.
Lady of Ulthuan.
Tyrion, now that you are here, I will hear your words.
Can I offer assistance? You have a proposal for the Asur. How delightful. If you will it.
I'll defensive with them because I eventually might want to get their stuff. And I don't think they go hostile with anybody else.
Speak!
Trace is another pretty good one because that's a nice territory to capture. Lothern's obviously the one that I really want because I would like to get Tyrion. I don't know if they'll give him to me with this mod. Let me ask everybody for money real quick too, because some people may have warmed up
servant,
to that
welcome to
idea.
the court of Ulthuan. What is your request?
They didn't give us money
Never.
earlier.
I serve the... I will hear your petition and consider it carefully, if you wish.
Yeah.
Defender of the... What request
So yeah, for
would you
good
make of the
politics, you
Phoenix
can,
King?
You get a little reward.
Wise indeed. Speak. What request would you make of the Phoenix King? I think not.
If I
You
got money with
called?
them.
Defender of the... Welcome. Time is precious, so
Um,
please make your request.
These guys have a lot of territory. I'm good with
Your
getting
will is done.
defensive agreement with them.
Prince of a dignified visitor. Such a rare treat. Welcome. Most astute.
I'm waiting. Welcome. What would you have the Asur do? A wise course.
At your
may have
service, I
pissed
will
off
hear
Lothar,
your
I don't
words,
know.
but I make no promises of aid.
No, it doesn't make them mad. I wasn't sure who Illyrian likes or doesn't like. Yeah, they are tepid with us. Okay, then we'll start off next episode probably fighting these guys. They're coming pretty close.
Mistress of
I don't know if it's going to let us hit them next turn or not. But yeah, we're going to upgrade these. Dragon eggs here. And we still have a couple of turns yet on the other stuff, so... You want to keep your public order looking pretty nice because you lose tax rate and growth and a lot of other stuff if you don't have a nice public order rate, so... We're losing out a little bit here. Okay, yeah, still don't want that stuff.
The wind whispers in the trees.
That's gonna be it for this episode, I think. I would like to try to keep these to about an hour. I don't know if I went over about like 10 minutes or not, but we had 3 good fights this episode, so that's awesome. So yeah, I think we're gonna stick with this one. Usually what I've done in the past, why you've never seen this on Legendary, I do lose campaigns on Legendary early on. Is I'm able to practice them a lot more, and before I put it up on YouTube, and then also I get like 10 episodes in or so, usually at least 5 to 10 episodes fully filmed and completed to make sure it's going to be a really solid campaign before I release any of the episodes.
Welcome
just so
to the
that
court of the Everqueen.
we don't kind of run into that same problem. You know what? Sure. Just so that we don't run into that same problem where, you know, I die on like turn 2 of an episode or something like that. But I've been really pressed for time. Taking care of my daughter during the day takes up a lot of my time, so we're saving money on daycare costs while you know, don't have classes in the summer.
Death to the Witch King.
Okay, chill wind. Negative growth, okay, whatever.
Short-sighted.
I don't know if we can hit them this turn or not.
Radiant.
They're recruiting with this one.
No.
The goddess forbids it.
Queen of Avalon.
Okay, so we should be able to dash up, I think. Yeah, and then fight them next turn. But yeah, so this one looks pretty good, but I do want to, like I said, I didn't have enough time to do all that prep work, but I know people want the episodes, and so I just went ahead and released it. But anyways, this one's looking pretty solid, so we'll stick with it. This is the best start that I've had so far to this thing. You know, we've got a decent army here. We have some excellent perks with her.
Warrior Maiden.
The regeneration's huge. I mean, that's just such a massive like buff to her, having all those great things.
Light of Avalon.
So yeah, it's looking good so far. All right, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.